My brother Peter and I, it's just the two of us, and I always felt, even though he didn't think so, we had a sibling rivalry. Everything he did came so easy. Wouldn't open a book and would get good grades. For me, I would study and study and study and still maybe get a B. I was so jealous, and I was the oldest. Even for college, he went to Harvard University, and I went to Hofstra, a very reputable local school, but he always teased me. He went to the big H, and I went to the smaller H. And I always felt that I had to continue to prove myself. I wanted to be his big sister, his idol, someone he looked up to, but I really looked up to him because I was just so envious. Everything came so easy. Everything I had to do took a lot of effort, a lot of failure, but it really made me stronger. And I realized that we had totally different personalities, we were different people, and we each had our own life to live. And I'm happy that he made me and challenged me to be more than I am. So I thank him for that. I've been living my life trying to please my father. When I thought about, again, competing with my brother and everything that we did, for me, my dad was the most important person to me, especially because my parents got divorced and he wasn't in the home. Even though I didn't have the best grades, even though I tried, I didn't bring home the best boyfriends to his standards, of course. And early on, the jobs I took weren't really the best in his opinion either. And I always said, well, what else can I do to ensure that he's happy, that he's pleased with what I'm doing in my life? And it was about education and knowledge. So I went and got a second master's degree, and now I have my PhD. And he is very proud. And he may not tell me every single time when I achieve something that he is proud, but I can tell. So I'm thoroughly pleased that he is pleased with me, and we have a great relationship. Early on, I lacked self-confidence. And that came from my father. Again, never saying great job or giving me a pat on the back when I felt I did something that was extraordinary. And I carried that into adulthood, thinking that nothing I did was great. And finally, I figured out that it was just him. The way he was brought up, his mother never gave him any kudos or recognition. And that's how some households are run. And we have to remember that we are valuable. We have confidence. There's great things that we can do, but we just need someone else to let us know. And my mother was always that person for me. No matter what I did, she loved it. So she helped balance my life between what my father didn't tell me, but maybe knew deep inside, and what she did tell me publicly. So always have people in your lives that can cheer you up, cheer you on, and motivate you.
Thank you so much for watching The Making of an Entrepreneur DocuSeries. I just want to take a moment to talk to you. That's right, you that's watching right now. You the mom, or maybe you're the dad, or maybe you're an entrepreneur, or perhaps you're an auntie or uncle, but you're someone out there that has a heart to give, you have a heart to serve, and as you're watching this Making of an Entrepreneur DocuSeries, you may be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, I've had some life lessons, I've had some setbacks, I've had some experiences, I've gone through some things that have helped me become a better person, and I want to take that and I want to release that to other folks. Okay. Maybe you're a speaker and you're already doing it. Maybe you've written books and you've already done that. Or maybe the story that's inside of you, the expertise that's inside of you, the message inside of you, this is the right platform for you to make a bigger difference and a bigger impact in the world. Now, this whole Making of an Entrepreneur DocuSeries, if you had to sum it up in just one word, and it's kind of hard to do that, but as I'm talking to you and you're listening right now, you might be saying, Shay, what's the one word? And the one word I would say is just legacy. legacy. There's a legacy I understand that you want to leave for your family, and I get that. But there's also a legacy of your knowledge. There's a legacy of your expertise. And think about this. You're able to share your message or share your story or share your expertise. And long after you're gone, they still have a window into the soul of who you are and the impact that that leaves behind. If that's you and you someone that's want to get the information, you're someone that's ready to do something bigger than just your business and bigger than just making more money, but you want to have more meaning in the world, do me a favor. Go over to www.themakingofanontrepreneurDocuSeries.com. I know that's a long email, a long address, but I want you to hear it again one more time. TheMakingOfAnEntrepreneur.com. Now, when you get there, just put your first name and your last name and your phone number and information in there. Worst case scenario, you have a meeting with the team and decide, hey, me being a cast member, this isn't a good fit, but I had a lot of fun. Best case scenario, you decide to take a step. Folks understand your backstory, understand what you've been through, and the world is much better off while you're here. And when the day comes and you decide to transition and move on, it's still doing very, very well. So with that being said, I just want to pop in. Thanks a lot for watching the Making of an Entrepreneur series. My name is Shay Brown. I want to encourage you to continue to watch, and I'll see you at the next episode. God bless.
When I was 13, my parents told me that they were getting divorced, and I was shocked. There was never any fighting, never any turmoil like I heard in other families' homes when the parents were not happy with each other. And it was really a shock because, again, I thought we had a perfect family, perfect lifestyle. My dad took a job out of state, but I thought that was only because he couldn't find a job locally. And that really shaped my life. Again, I was 13, just a teenager, coming of age. And that shaped my whole framework about relationships, family, men, life, financial stability. And even today, I'm not married. I don't have any kids. And that comes from me not wanting to make the same mistakes that my parents did. And that's what makes me who I am today. After my parents got divorced, my mother tried her best to run the household, finding a decent full-time job, but had trouble paying the mortgage and the rest of the bills. And she made a very tough decision to sell our childhood home. Again, another point in time where I was devastated. I grew up there. I had friends. Family would come all the time for the holidays. We all knew each other. The neighbors all knew each other. You know, you have that one neighbor, when you're bad, the neighbor can spank you. That was the kind of neighborhood that we had. We were so close. And when I saw that moving truck pull away, I felt my life would never be the same. The memories would still be there, but everything would be different. And I knew that I did not want to have the same circumstances. It took me a long time to think about owning my own home because I didn't want to go into debt and foreclosure. But now I am financially stable. I know that I don't spend beyond my means to ensure that no matter what happens, I can be financially secure and not have to depend on anybody else for anything and not give up my worldly possessions. Back in the late 1980s, my mother suffered her first stroke. And when I looked at her in her hospital bed, I am wondering, is she ever going to be able to come back to full strength? She came home for a while and was doing great, but there was a point in time where she couldn't work anymore. Wasn't able to maintain paying a rent or utilities. We moved in with my brother, and he was with her for 15 years. And during that time, she had several other medical issues. She came to live with me at about 6 years ago, and now I'm her caregiver. And just to watch someone who raised you, who was your rock, your strength, suddenly start to deteriorate, not remember the important aspects of your life, it really puts your own life in perspective to say, remember the memories, write them down, Tell someone about them, because you never know when you'll forget all of that. And every day is a blessing. And for me, I want to make sure that my mom is safe, living her best life as best as we can. And I want to be able to share that with others also, so that they can understand the struggle and stay ahead of everything that they think may or may not happen to them. And so that we all can learn together and move forward faster.
It's a great day. My name is Shay Brown. I just want to speak to you, the speaker, or maybe not even a speaker, right? Maybe you're not a speaker, but you have a message inside of you that you want to release, or maybe you have a story, right? A story of your life, a story in your career, or maybe as you're listening right now, you're an expert, right? You're an expert at teaching people how to do something. You're an expert at raising kids. And I want you to imagine for a moment that you had an opportunity to share your message or your story on a bigger stage. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment and what that would mean for you if you could reach your target audience. If you're an entrepreneur, if that target audience got associated to the problem that you solve, or if you're a super entrepreneur with sales funnels out there, not only did it get associated to who you were, but they were able to join your list. Now, for other folks, that won't make no sense at all. But for you, the entrepreneur, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I want to invite you over to something called the Comeback Champion Summit. And the whole purpose of the Comeback Champion Summit is really to do one thing, which is one word, and that is possibilities. That's right. When you get a chance to get on stage, you get a chance to do it virtually, and some of you maybe in person, and you get a chance to share your story. So something deep inside of you. I always say your message, because some of you have a message or your expertise. Then guess what happens? 3 things happen. Number 1, you get to make a difference. And isn't that why you are on this earth? I mean, I don't want to get emotional here, but you're really on this earth to make a difference for someone else. Something has happened to you so it can go through you to someone else. And being able to speak on a platform that provides an audience, it's like having a microphone that allows you to help more people faster. So that's number 1. Number 2, when you're on a platform, I'm going to invite you to the Comeback Champion Summit, you get a chance to have more meaning in the world, to have more impact, and to have more influence. And that's really who we're looking for. We're looking for folks out there who have an interest, want, or desire of serving others. So if that's you, I'm going to invite you to go over to www.comebackchampionsummit.com. Again, comebackchampionsummit.com. Click the button. It'll say apply to speak. Go through the process. And if it's a good fit, can't wait to share your story over at the Comeback Champion Summit or any one of our platforms that serves other folks. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone, and we'll make some good things happen. We connect again real soon. See you out.
When I talk to up-and-coming emerging professionals, I tell them all, have a personal board of advisors. Those are mentors, sponsors, coaches, advisors, those people who can give you guidance, those who are where you want to go, where you want to be. Not family, aunts, uncles, who we think are our advisors. They want you to live vicariously and be the dreams that they had. Have your own dreams, have your own passion. My parents wanted me to be a lawyer, and that wasn't my passion, and I couldn't do it. But now I'm living my own life and my own career. So encourage all of you, have people in your life who uplift you and give you guidance and honest feedback. You are a reflection of the 5 people that you hang around. Ensure that those people help balance you, stretch you, make you think differently, allow you to grow. When you hang around with people who are bringing you down, disgruntled, unhappy, that starts to feed into your DNA and your blood, and you'll never get out of your own way. So please look at who you surround yourself with. And if you need to change that environment, be brave and confident and do that. It'll benefit your life tremendously. My grandfather worked 50 plus years as a mechanic on cars. My dad worked 35 plus years in education. And for them, hard work did pay off. They would work hard, get their pay raises, and never got fired. In this day and age, hard work is not enough. There is so much competition, a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that you may or may not know about. We all must be vocal, visible, and valued. That's the only way we'll move ahead, we'll grow in our careers, we ensure that leaders know who we are and what we bring to the table. But without that, being mute and behind the scenes, we will never move ahead. So please consider who sees you, who hears you, and who values you. The problem people come to talk to me about the most is, how do I move up in my career? I'm working hard, I'm being told I'm doing a great job on my reviews, but I'm still not seeing the elevation that I expect. When you work with me and my company, Appeal, we provide you the tools and resources, the tricks and tips that I learned that have allowed me to grow in my career that your leadership may not be telling you. Those hidden clues, the information that they tell some, but not everyone. When you talk and work with me, I give you all those tools, give you a way in which to elevate your value so that you can be fruitious in your career. Move up into the C-suite, become your own boss if you want. Reach out to me today so that you can elevate your value. The best thing, and multiple things I love about working with Shay Brown and his team and the making of an entrepreneur, is the people. They're so warm and welcoming. They're fun. I'm having a great time being here. They're very meticulous about detail. And the videography, if you can see the studio here, full of microphones, cameras, lights, and my story produced by them will help lots of people in the world. I tell you, if you've got a company or you're looking to elevate your value, reach out to Shay Brown and his team, and you become part of our DocuSeries, The Making of an Entrepreneur.
It's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, and I just want to talk to all my entrepreneurs out there. And if that's you, like you, the entrepreneur, you, the business owner, you, the speaker, you, the coach, you, the author, you, the network marketer, you, the person that just want to do more good in the world by solving a problem, and you want to be paid, right? And so think about right now, if you had more high qualified paying clients that was like banging at your door, how would your life be different? When there's more revenue coming in and you're able to hire more people and you're able to make a bigger difference, what would that look like? Or number two, maybe there's folks that are coming in right now and they're knocking at your door, boom, 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 boom. But the only challenge you have is you're listening. Listen very closely, because this might be you, so listen very carefully. They're not converting fast enough, which means they're talking, they like you, there's conversation going on, but they're not converting. So there's two challenges, right? Number one, I need to attract my ideal client to me who can pay me. And number two, once they get in here, I need to have a system, a sales model, or a process so they convert faster. That means they pay you and then they come back. And if you're listening right now, you're saying, Shay, I want to be able to do that, but I don't want my labor involved. I don't want to work any harder. Shay, I'm at a place right now where I'm ready to reach more people. I'm on a mission, Shay. And I want you to listen very carefully. You were called to serve a group of folks out there, and you can't serve them right now because you don't have the revenue to purchase the resources that are necessary to execute that big vision. If that's you, as you're listening, any of that resonates with you, I'm gonna give you a website, which is Easy Sales Hub. Again, easysaleshub.com. Let me just spell it. I know you can see it below, but it's EASY, sales, SALES, hub.com. Now, the reason you want to go over to easysaleshub.com is that that's the place you can come to and you can do two things. One, we'll do a sales audit. So we'll take a look at your sales process, your sales funnels. and we'll see how those are converting. Number two, you can have the tools and resources you need to be able to generate more revenue with less effort so you can serve more folks. So with that being said, as you're watching, go over to www.easysaleshub.com. My name is Shay Brown. Make it a great day, everyone, and we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. God bless.